It's the Xbox Now podcast. I'm one of your hosts, N64 Josh. We'll go up to Crawler. What's up, dude?
Hey, how's it going? Crawler coming at you.
Aaron, what's happening?
Not much. Howdy, howdy. How are you?
Fantastic. Nate, how you doing?
Doing good, doing good.
We got one more guest here, Nate. We'll say
Yeah. My son, he's like, what's going on here?
What's up with your son? He's like, yo, here I am, ready to talk. He's been playing with Paw Patrol, Peppa Pig. What's been his jam?
Definitely Paw.
Yeah, definitely Paw Patrol. Yeah, it's why you're keeping Game Pass, right? Because of Paw Patrol.
Of course.
And Peppa Pig. Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about it.
Those are the big ones.
We're gonna try to figure out if there's any games on Game Pass that Nate wants to play. That's the main objective for tonight's show. But we were talking a little bit ahead of time. I literally have Game Pass open right now. I'm just like, what gem can we find for Nate that's gonna get him excited and get him playing?
That I haven't played.
That you haven't played.
There's a lot of gems, but
that's the trick. Finding the gem that you haven't played. Maybe it's just Among Us. Maybe you just got to start playing some more Among Us. You know. Well, before we jump in, let's just talk about what we have been playing, if anything. I've been ill, so I've basically been watching stuff. That's pretty much been it. I tried to get Tactical Clippy, but I think I had like eight challenges left, and I was like, nope, I'm good. Sorry. I probably wouldn't throw them on my gun anyway, but I did get my drops from HCS this week, so that was.
You got all three? Did you get the boot?
Got all three. Got the boot. Yeah, got the boot. So that was good. And they were available immediately, which was cool. So, but yeah, I guess I'll just kick it off. That's about it for me. Really, is just some Halo. The only other thing I did play, which is kind of Xbox related, was Call of Duty Mobile with my Backbone. So, which if you have a Backbone,
whooping up on those touchscreen players.
Yo, my barber was like, he's like, there's no way you could beat me. My playing on touchscreen is like a mouse and keyboard, is what he told me, and I'm just like, I'm like, bro, I don't think so. But
can you 1v1 somebody in that?
Yeah, next time I go in, he told me to bring the Backbone. He wants to see if he can mop the floor with me, because none of his friends stand a chance, and I'm just thinking I've the last few games I've played in that, I've gotten a nuke almost every time. So
25 uninterrupted kills.
Yeah, 25 no deaths, like just nuking everything. I'm just going, I don't know that you're gonna stand a chance, my friend. Like,
is Call of Duty Mobile, is it a BR or is it a?
They have a BR,
but it's you can play arena shooter or whatever.
It's yeah, and that's how I typically play it. But they also have you can play it just like Warzone if you want to. So. So been just a little bit of that grinding Halo. I think I finally hit level 50. I'm not using any double XP. I did check the store. Halo's just selling stuff that was in the store last season. This week, nothing new. So, a little bit sad. But my big takeaway for Halo is I turned off the acceleration on the control, like for the controller. I had it at 4, and as you can see, like my aim, if you're watching the B-roll, my aim has never felt right in this game since it came out. I turned that off, and I cannot believe how much more accurate I am.
You know what's funny with that?
In Halo,
I fixed a dead zone because I fixed a dead zone. He was like, he still sucked, Dad. But I fixed a dead zone so I don't overcompensate with the acceleration on, so it starts turning with less of a joystick movement.
I see. Okay.
And that helped me a little bit because it's easier to track without, like, if he jumps, I can go up, and if he jumps from if I'm looking down and he
He's giving you the pro tips right now. He's like, I I got the pro tips for you, Pops. Here you go.
Help me
Get,
out.
get good at Halo. But yeah, Nate, well, what have you been playing? I know other than Paw Patrol.
Oh, Rocket League. But to be honest, I haven't really played too much. I mean, my birthday was last week, Friday, and my mom's birthday. It's just been like a crazy month to even try to even get into anything new.
I got you.
So,
I got you.
yeah.
Did you say you're doing a little bit of Peggle? Like, was that like through
Yeah.
cloud on mobile?
Yeah, I was sitting and waiting for stuff. I just was like, oh, I got Game Pass right now. But
Right now.
that dollar got me.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Peggle was cool. I mean, and then I played it, just chilling. I a little bit of Halo. I don't know. It's rough. It's been a rough couple weeks to sit down and play.
You even fired up the Switch, right? You were playing some Alive.
No,
Oh,
you
you were
said you
lying?
played the demo. Were you lying?
No, I played the demo, but that was when
Yeah,
the
yeah,
demo
yeah.
released. But
Well,
back
yeah,
in-
but
I see.
if you end up buying the game, that counts. You can transfer that over.
I can barely even get past the first the trainer. It looks so cool, man. I really want that to be my, how can I put this in a good way? My first JRPG that I would buy, but it's just it's too much. It's too much for me. I just can't wait to hit somebody. Turn based is just not my thing.
Now, with that game, you can move while you're attacking. Like you don't have to attack and then
While
just
I'm
stand
attacking?
there.
Well,
Yeah, like you can move constantly.
yeah, it's grid based, and you can move away. Like sometimes you
But I
have to
still
wait
have to
your
wait
turn.
my
and
turn, right?
Sometimes it depends on how
Not
you're being
if you're good.
I'll keep trying the demo. I'll give it a shot. I'll give it a shot. But yeah, I haven't
Hey.
been playing too much.
I think on touchscreen, I think you could play Octopath Traveler. I don't know if that. I mean, it's up there with a similar vibe, but you better get ready to grind. That's all. That's all I'm saying. You better get ready to grind. So,
And that's on Octopath's on Xbox too, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's
Yeah.
a Game Pass. I think you can do it on touchscreen with. So if you're
Oh, for cloud gaming, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, Aaron, how about you? What have you been? You said you were grinding up to like 6,000 gamer score this last week.
Yeah, I tried it. I'm in the process of switching jobs, so I have a lot of free time. I've never been a achievement hunter. Something I focused on. I got about 6,000 points. It was okay. Not a lot of fun for me. But I've been playing a lot of Apex, and I'm going back and replaying the Titanfall 2 campaign.
Oh, very cool. Very cool. Titanfall 2 is fantastic.
Titanfall 2 campaign's one of, if not the best campaigns in gaming history. The level where you control time and to swap back and forth.
Thanks for spoiling it.
It's perfect. Hey,
Stop doing Apex, you cowards, and make Titanfall 3.
Yes.
We do want Titanfall 3.
Oh, big time.
Yeah.
Just spin up another division of Respawn. They already have 3 teams going.
But I will say, playing Apex, I've finally come to the side of the argument that Halo needs a BR.
Interesting.
I don't even care if it's Last Spartan Standing, where you just have, trios, and you can share, 10 respawns between the 3 of you, or have, respawns per team. But they definitely need a BR. I mean, the reason I've been playing Apex is my friends are playing Apex. I've not touched Halo in almost 2 weeks, and I put in 80 hours the last 7 weeks before that.
I think the BR would definitely help. Crawler, how about you? What have you been playing?
I've been dabbling around in a few different things. I did start playing the Hot Wheels DLC. I had to figure out what was causing an issue where I was going to the Hot Wheels thing and it was crashing my game every time. It's because my Xbox decided to install the DLC on my external drive, so it didn't have the SSD, and so the game just crashed. So I had to move it over to my internal. and that fixed it. So I was able to play a little bit of that. It's cool. It's definitely more of a chore to traverse the world because it is all Hot Wheels tracks. In comparison to just the regular Mexico map, where you can kind of just go off-roading if you want and kind of cut over to your destination. But it's cool. There's some of the gravity stuff. You can feel the struggle to climb up the hill when you're going vertical on some of those things. But I didn't play the Horizon 3 DLC that had the Hot Wheels track, so this is kind of my first time with the Forza Hot Wheels stuff. So it's pretty cool. I'll definitely stick around. They humble you a little bit by putting you back into a lower class vehicle to drive for a little bit. So you got to get through. I'm in B class right now, which is where they start you, and then you can work your way up to the faster, more fun cars to drive. So I've been doing that. Halo, I didn't put as much time in last week with the Commando Clippy or whatever weekly reward, just mainly because it was last Spartan standing, and that is kind of a time grind, especially for challenges, because it's so dependent on where you are in the match and what the challenge is asking for you to do. So I did a little bit of time. I got through most of the weekly event or whatever, the 2-week event that's going on right now. I'll finish that out this week. I was kind of hopeful that it was going to get away from Last Spartan Standing, but that's, I think, what the narrative quote unquote event is about. So they're sticking with that being the kind of the featured game this week is Last Spartan Standing. I did get a win just right before we went live on the show. The tweaks that they've made to it, I think, make Last Spartan Standing better. You don't start with a pistol now. You start with the charge pistol, whatever, I forget what it's called.
Disruptor?
The Disruptor, yeah. And you only get the Disruptor, and then you go to, and then you get an AR with the Disruptor, and then you get a pistol AR, and then you get a commando pistol, and then shotgun commando, and then shotgun BR, and then the ultimate thing, which makes it worthwhile, I guess, to go after the XP bonuses and all that kind of stuff, or be the kill leader going into the final. If you have maxed out your Spartan level, you have a sword. So it's kind of a powerful weapon to go after those last few kills. So I mean, that I do like the tweaks a little bit. I don't know if was radar ever in that game mode. I don't remember, but there is no radar now, so I don't remember if there was radar or not. I don't think there was.
I want to say no.
There wasn't.
But the drop pods have slowed down on the overshield and cloaking. There are sometimes thrusters or grapple shots or some other power-ups that aren't just, because that, I think, just made the game so unbalanced when it came to the drop pods being only those two things, because they're very powerful to have that in your arsenal to be able to be invisible and sneak up on somebody, or just pop an overshield when you start an engagement, and you might lose said overshield, but you're almost guaranteeing yourself that kill, if not two, if you're trying to get third partied. So I feel like it's a little bit more balanced. It still is definitely sit on the outskirts and clean up kills, be a third party for as long as you can, and then adapt as you move in. I'd like to see it close a little bit faster. I don't know. It needs slight tweaks, I think, but it seems to be getting a little bit better. But the challenges for especially like a Last Spartan Standing game week where they want to be centric on that, they need to have more challenges unlocked at the get-go, because those games do take a lot longer to play. If you want the progress to track right away, you have to sit and watch the whole match, or quit your game and come back. Or I don't even know if quitting your game and coming back in like triggers it right away. I think it is tied to however long that game is going. Once the game closes down on the Halo server, that's when it records when it records.
That might be it.
Yeah.
That might be what it is, because
I know that's what it is.
It worries me so much. And I get like,
it's tied to when the game ends. Yeah, then your progress updates. But and it's just kind of a quality of life thing. I don't know.
Yeah, the last match I won, I literally popped an overshield and then grabbed another one immediately.
Mm-hmm.
And what was funny is a lot of the player, like I walked up to multiple players just hiding in the bushes with their back to me. I was like, what do they do? Like, I don't typically stop, right? I typically just keep running and gunning, and just I can't like sneak around. It's just not. This is not Splinter Cell. You know what I mean? like I can't do it. And
It happened to me too.
so there's just like the last match I won. I kind of felt bad because it was like, it was almost like I could tell this person maybe didn't play a lot, but they were just like trying to rat hole their way to the end of the game. And
Old school
like,
Fortnite strategy, right?
I think so. And they only had the AR unlocked. So I know they hadn't had any kill. Like they had not done anything to level up. And I'm running around with the sword and the BR. So it was just like, it was like fish in a barrel. I mean, it was fun, right? But it was just like a little bit, I'm like, whoa, I just popped an overshield here. Another one drops right in front of me. And everybody's just crouched in the bushes, like, and I think I had something like 14. I went like 14-2 or something, just something crazy. So, but it was fun. Aaron, you were going to say something about Last Spartan Standing, I think.
Yes. So for me, when I first started playing Last Spartan Standing, I actually enjoyed sitting and watching other players, because for me, that's how I learned a lot of different areas of the map or techniques. So I took it as a learning opportunity, and I would actually cycle through players and watch them and complete the map, because I sucked when I first played.
Mm-hmm. I did that. I did that too. That first week where they really encouraged, like all the challenges were centered around that. I spent some time watching other people play, because it's a different way to play Halo, and it's a slower paced way where we're all used to arena shooter, run to the middle and clash, lock horns and go kind of deal.
Yeah.
Well, let's get into some news here, and then I think we're gonna have a fun discussion about Game Pass, especially trying to find games for Nate. That's our objective tonight. Like, so
it's bad if Josh is finding games for other people to play.
This is true. So
play or try.
Let's make sure we get the verbiage correct there, right? So, Aaron, I'm going to let you kick us off with the news, but Xbox is now going to you can pick up your Series S or X through All Access on Verizon. What's the lowdown there?
So the nice thing is, All Access is not a new program. It's a very beneficial program. Basically for the price of Game Pass plus $10 a month, you can get a Series S where you pay monthly for 24 months at 0% APR. But the benefit here with it being part of Verizon is you can have that just tacked on to your phone plan. So it's just part of your phone bill and not an additional bill, which can make it easier for some people to budget. It's also a good,
it maybe helps with the credit check too, right?
Yeah, it can help build your credit as well.
Well, no, like
for
on the
soft checks.
Like, because I used All Access through GameStop to get my Series X back when it was a challenge to get the consoles. And part of that whole process is you got to go through a credit check. So I guess if you, I don't know, your cell phone company's already run your credit, and if they're already billing you, then that maybe saves you that step, and you can just do it through there. I don't know if that saves you a credit hit on your credit score to check your credit, but that's maybe one less thing to worry about.
I'll report back. I'm going to do it. So
yeah, I mean, it could definitely be one less credit pull, which would be nice. But I'm pretty sure they do soft pulls. They don't actually do hard pulls for all three credit bureaus for phone bills, just because they're what they're pulling for is that's an entirely different conversation.
Mr. Banker over here.
Formerly, I'm no longer a CEO. I'm transitioning careers, and I'm excited about it. But to me, any opportunity to get more people with an Xbox available to play is a good win for the community. And if you can do that for $25, $35 a month, because 2 years of Game Pass is included.
Yep.
So if
Or
you look at
is required.
yeah, required. But a lot of them, like with the Verizon stuff, it's thrown in. It's already included. So I mean, you're getting a Series S for $10 a month.
That's pretty good.
That's hard to beat.
Mhm.
And I mean, a Series S, yes, it has smaller, memory,
Capabilities.
but for most gamers, it's perfectly capable and powerful enough to play everything you want.
It's a good hotel companion if you travel a lot or something like that.
Yeah.
It's small.
The only reason I'm not putting an S in my living room is because of my Blu-ray collection. Like, I still just want to be able to pop Blu-rays in periodically that I don't have digitally. So
my 1S is upstairs for that reason.
yeah, and I have my original one is still down in my living room right now, but it was actually kind of crazy when I recently got a new TV and going and trying to play the Xbox games in 1080 instead of 4. I was like, this is blurry all of a sudden, like, because it's an OG, like it might even be my day one Xbox One, so it doesn't connect to the internet most of the time. I'm like, I usually turn it on, switch my HDMI's, cuss at it, and then just turn it back off again. And like, you're gonna say something, Nate?
I was gonna say that worries me about hooking up to a TV because just the delay after playing on a monitor now. Like I don't notice it going to the monitor, but when you backtrack and go back to, Samsung 2015 TV, you're gonna be like,
I was gonna say, I remember going the cursor on the Destiny menu. It stuttered on the screen to me.
Yeah. Yep.
After playing on a 1 millisecond response, 24, 27-inch monitor or whatever, and then go into a 55-inch Samsung or whatever from, I don't know how, I think it's the old TV that I have now down here in my basement. But yeah, it's raw. Like, they're getting better with the bigger displays in response time, but they're still not quite there. So I've been on monitors now for a long time, and I think it'd be hard to go back to a TV.
Yeah.
Oh, it's impossible for somebody who just got a gaming monitor a month ago. I can't go back.
Paw Patrol, you got to have that 1 second.
Hey, Paw Patrol is a phenomenal game.
Okay, it is phenomenal.
I feel like there's lies detected.
There are no lies detected. My
I don't know.
2-year-old loves it. I love it.
A big fat phony.
Yeah.
Wow, that one felt personal. Okay, I've been trying to lose weight, Crawler. Okay.
Crawler's talking about Destiny. I'm looking through Game Pass. They must have ripped that game off of Game Pass as soon as that ink was
as soon as PlayStation bought it.
I mean, I didn't.
There's a deal. There's a deal to close out. I think. Which isn't that on your list?
What,
Aaron?
was
for
Destiny?
like?
Oh yeah, no. Destiny 2's on sale.
Witch Queen and yeah,
a lot of places right now.
I mean, but
Destiny
that's it.
2 in Game Pass? I mean, a long time ago, but no.
It was.
It was, but I think when when Sony bought Bungie,
the season pass content was included, but I don't think the expansion wasn't. But the season pass was. I don't remember. It was kind of wonky and weird because you had to buy something, but part of it was included with Game Pass.
So I got Outriders. Crawler. It's not a joking matter.
Oh man.
I have uninstalled that game 3 times.
What? You sound like Nate with Halo. So let's see. The Xbox firmware update now boots 5 seconds faster. So for those of you that were tired of waiting for those 5 extra seconds,
did that just do it? Did it update in the background? Because I don't know if I've seen a like a system update to do.
I'm
Yeah,
I'm
it's
not
just updated in the
sure,
background.
but if you're one of those people that gets angry at how long your popcorn takes to cook in the microwave, it now is 5 seconds faster. So, you're
If your popcorn cooks faster, you have more kernels at the bottom, though.
hey,
You know what
it's
what makes it faster? Never mind.
You know, you're making jokes, but if we've learned anything from Nate, you can do a lot in 5 seconds.
This is true.
Wow.
This is true.
last console last updated today at 5:51 p.m. So when it did it, I guess right before I upload, I turned mine on. Then I guess,
Well, there you go.
or right before I got home from work.
Yeah, my favorite too, speaking of updates, is my Xbox One in the living room. Like, it won't connect to the internet, so I'll do a hard reset, and then it wants to update. And it's like 45 minutes to update this thing. I'm just like, kill me now.
Wow.
So, Discord voice being added to the Xbox. The beta is out now. This is kind of a big deal, right? Because depending on, Nate, how many different times were you like, oh, you guys aren't using Xbox chat, you're using Discord, and then
Yeah.
like
Before I got the
I never use
headphones-
Xbox chat.
Before I got the dual, the headphones that connect to your Bluetooth and to the Xbox,
yeah.
that was a pain.
Yeah, were you like running earbuds and then your headphones over the top and stuff like that? Like,
God, yeah, that was exactly what I was doing.
yeah, that's so this is huge. This is great. I love seeing
And
Discord.
hopefully full integration comes soon, because right now it's like you have to start it on your phone or PC, I think, and then transfer it to your Xbox. So hopefully there'll be a full Discord app sometime here in the future that's easy enough to navigate, or one or the other. Like if you're in Xbox chat, you can invite somebody and it'll just put them in a Discord chat, so you can be on one or the other and don't have to transfer it to Xbox or something like that. It'll just become seamless, one or the other.
How did PlayStation acquire a lot of stakes in Discord, didn't they, last year? Something like that?
They announced a partnership last year, and I think it's this same style thing. I'm sure. I think Microsoft had entertained buying Discord. I think a few people were trying to buy Discord, and I don't think it ever went through. They just got more funding, I think, in their round C or whatever from investors. But
Just weird. This whole thing is weird to me.
But I think because they had so much interest from private industry to try to buy them, that helped fuel venture capitalists into funding them more. And I mean, it's good to keep it. I think it's. I think they're
Keep it agnostic. Like,
yeah.
it
Because
doesn't.
I
doesn't
really
need to go
want it to
somewhere.
be on PlayStation, eventually on I don't know if Switch can handle it, but the more places it can be, because that's kind of become the default way just to be talking through whatever, and you control the conversation as well. It's not tied to crappy Xbox game communication, I guess, has gotten a little bit better and clearer, but Discord, you can do video, you can share your screen, you can do a lot of stuff if you're set up so people can see what you're seeing if you're playing a multiplayer game or something like that, or you want to show them something. And so just more integration, and especially with crossplay games the way they are, like not having to rely on Fortnite chat in Fortnite or Apex chat in Apex or whatever. You can have Discord across all those platforms. If it can become just widely accepted and the new just default, I think that would be really great.
100%. Nate, let's talk Game Pass, baby.
Let's talk. Let me bring up Game Pass real quick.
We gotta find some games for you. So, I'm kind of just looking. I'm kind of just looking through. I know you kind of like horror games. So, have you done Alien Isolation?
I'm not big on that. On those being chased and not being able to do anything back. My
Okay.
wife chases me with the trunk like all the time. I don't need.
Gotcha. Okay. What about Aliens Fireteam Elite? Have you tried that one yet?
I did try that.
Is that a Left
But
4
it-
Dead style?
No,
But just
it's just
Alien?
fire team. It's just
It's
one
more
fire
like
team.
the Ascent, right? Isn't it kind of like the Ascent?
It's like third person, and
Y-
you're just
yeah.
do missions, right? And
Does it play a little bit like Diablo?
no, it's
It's a full on third person like Gears.
yeah, something like Gears. It feels a little more cheapish than Gears, right? But it
Okay.
definitely it's cool. I think it was really buggy when I was playing it though. It was hard to get like multiplayer, skipping everywhere, and
Back for Blood did nothing for you. You were hopeful.
no, I loved it, but it just the PvP and stuff just wasn't the what
You got to
wasn't the
rely
same.
on like 3 good people to play that.
That's the other
I think
thing.
to have fun with that game.
I see. Okay. How about Batman Arkham Knight? You played through that?
Yeah, I played through that.
Yeah, fun little story with that game. Remember when you run into Man Bat for the first time and you're swinging through the rooftops and all of a sudden he's like on the rooftop screaming at you? I was playing that in my living room and that happened and I literally screamed at the top of my lungs like it wasn't like a scream, like it was like a yell though, like ah, and my wife was in the kitchen and just started busting up laughing because I mean it, yeah, it scared me good. Real good. So
I'm looking.
I mean,
too.
why
I think
why is
Boyfriend
the best
Academy is up your
game?
alley, Nate.
I was
That's
gonna
what
say
you need to play.
Boyfriend Dungeon. So
or whatever that is.
like
Yeah, whatever.
literally took the words right out of my mouth, Crawler.
Oh, yes.
I was like, why is the best game on Game Pass Boyfriend Dungeon, and why is that your favorite, Nate?
Yeah. Okay. Boyfriend Dungeon. That's on the Switch too.
It is on the Switch. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you just don't have to pay for it if you have Game Pass. So,
There's always
Um,
Crimson Skies, Nate.
Yeah, I mean, I've played that
Have you played and beaten Hollow Knight? And if not, why not?
because it sucks.
What?
Oh, I mean,
wow. Okay. Shots.
no. It
fired.
doesn't suck. It doesn't.
Crawler
suck.
just stood up for everybody that's just listening. He just stood up.
I didn't even know Crawler could do a backflip, but no, it doesn't suck. It just the art style just. What's that? Ghost and Goblins. The same thing with that. It was just the remake of that one. It was just that art style. I can't do.
He feels like it should be pixel art, right?
I mean, if pixel art fits the game, it doesn't have to be pixel art.
Okay.
It's just one of those things. It's like,
But kind of that hand drawn doesn't really do it for you.
yeah, like I don't know. Maybe I just didn't play it enough, but the animations and stuff, it just felt like. But what's the Xbox one? The Xbox party for. It's not. They put it on Switch too. I can't. I'm
Ori.
exhausted. Huh?
Cuphead.
Well, that one was fun. And but
are you talking about Ori though?
Ori. There we go. Yeah. Ori.
Okay.
Yeah,
I played the
those are
first
good.
one. I haven't played the second one.
They're both good.
Okay. What about all the Dishonored games?
I tried those.
Okay, let's try this.
This
What
is
do
the question.
you like? What I know
I
you
like-
play a lot of Rocket League.
I like shooters. I like platformers. I mean, there's nothing I don't like except JRPGs. But like, there's
You
nothing
want,
that I
like,
really don't like. But it's something that has to be different than the same types that we've just constantly like. We watch the Game Awards. It's always some magical being, swinging an axe around or swinging a sword around, and it's just. It's not that I don't like stuff. It just starts to feel samey. If
So
that makes
no
sense.
fantasy is what you're telling me. Nothing
I
fantasy.
definitely don't like fantasy.
Okay.
I
So
I
no
mean,
there's some
Skyrim.
stuff.
I'm looking at
No.
this right now, and I'm intrigued by this. You might like it too, Nate. Neon Abyss. It's a frantic roguelike action platformer where you run and gun your way into the abyss as part of the Hades formed Grim Squad. So unlimited item
the
synergies,
description?
unique dungeon evolution system ensures each run will present a new challenge. So it seems like it's Enter the Gungeon, but a little bit different. It looks like it's less. It's more because Enter the Gungeon is top down. This is side scrolly, but it's pixel art. Here, hold on.
You would like it.
I would.
Yeah.
There's certain stuff, that I don't know. I try stuff all the time. Maybe I just don't have enough time, or maybe I it's like the type of situations that I don't have my headset on.
Do you want a bunch of like small games? Or are you looking for just like one big game you could jump in and play daily?
Depends. I'm looking at this. What Crawler's got. Yeah, it looks kind of cool.
But it looks a little bit like Towerfall, but like faster. But Enter the Gungeon meets Towerfall a little bit, kind of, but not multiplayer. It's.
Yeah, it looks kind of cool.
I mean, I think I'm gonna download it and check it out because it looks pretty cool.
And I've seen that too. I just never. Oh, good. Look at that skill tree.
And now we lost him.
There he goes.
No.
This looks pretty cool.
You know what it is, guys? It's just the time. Yeah, this looks cool though. This looks like it could be hectic and cool.
Oh, you get pets too.
Nate, it's the your game time is precious, and you want to make sure you're playing something you're really enjoying.
Yeah, something that like hooks me right away, where I don't have to walk way over here or walk way to the other side of the map. Just for
what are some of your all-time favorite games?
I don't want to say all time because the different generations has changed, but
sure.
Like I love Doom Eternal. I just started playing the Doom 2016 again on Xbox because I played that on Switch.
Okay, that's the one where you got the other, like in multiplayer, the other person has to hold the flashlight, right?
No, that's
oh,
3.
I'm sorry. You said 2016. My bad. I was thinking 3.
That one, Doom 3. I need to have a fresh pair of underwear next to me.
Yeah, no question there.
But yeah, Doom Eternal is like, man, it just something about it. I think it's what it is. It's fast paced, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it could just be single player games that aren't really gripping me right now because I get so much of that dopamine rush of like competition, like playing like a Rocket League or a Halo, with you guys or with the other buddies.
Apex. Come play Apex.
Yeah, I'm down. But it's a BR. That's a straight up BR. Yeah.
But from somebody who's never enjoyed BRs until now, Apex is, I would say, the most enter-friendly BR that I've played.
Over Warzone?
Oh gosh, yeah.
Warzone is horrible.
Warzone's trash.
I don't like Warzone either, but
Apex is. There's at least a little bit more excitement running from place to place in Apex. I haven't gotten super into Apex, but it is more entertaining. There's a way to redeploy because like Fortnite has that where you can get on a jump pad or zip line or stuff like that. Apex has that as well. There's ways to zip line up and then fly it somewhere else. So there's, I think, just better traversal options than just getting in a truck or a car and driving in Warzone.
And you love Titanfall.
I do, and I think with
the movement similar.
Multiplayer, with Titanfall, you deal with the guns that give you and I think that's the thing. I love the gunplay in Apex. The way it shoots, but it's just weird not knowing what guns you're picking up for me because you have to play more, right? And it's not like, oh, I got an AR. It's like a DC M12 or something like that, and you're like, well, what does this thing do? And you go to shoot somebody and it's a single shot. You're like, you son of a. But that's just getting used to and playing more, which, people in BRs are super friendly anyway. You could probably ask.
Yeah. Yeah, right.
Finally, somebody picked up on it.
So, Nate, I actually had a friend.
Had? Like past tense?
Well, they were playing Apex and they weren't friends anymore.
I have a friend, but
Okay.
he actually took the time to play Apex with me, explain things to me. Like we went to the firing range, tried out different weapons. He explained like what you want to pick up if you have these weapons, to where you're looking for this color code, or you want this to match with this. This will improve everything. So if you have somebody who can walk you through it, it makes a lot of sense, and you'll get acclimated quicker. So you just have to have friends.
Oh man.
Which
Tall order.
Yeah, that's
you're
rough.
you're a grown man with a job and a family. I mean, we all have time for friends, right?
Yeah.
What about the Avengers or Guardians of the Galaxy?
I tried the Avengers. The story was cool. I never finished it. Guardians of the Galaxy, same. Just, I mean, when it comes to Marvel stuff, Guardians of the Galaxy is probably my least.
Okay.
You know what I mean? My least attached franchise from that.
I'm like halfway through that. I'm like halfway through that game on PlayStation. I do want to finish it because I think the writing of it was. Didn't it win like best story or something like that?
It's pretty well loved.
Came out this year, right?
End of last year. It was.
The writing is good in it. The little jokes that they've done, they are pretty good. I liked it.
About Shadow of War, the Lord of the Rings game. Plays kind of like Batman.
That's a good one.
Lord of the Rings.
With the Nemesis system. Have you ever played those?
No.
Those are fun.
That's definitely one to check out. Yeah.
Especially since isn't the Gollum game supposed to not be that great coming out?
It got delayed. So hopefully it gets better. I haven't played Shadow of War. I played the Battle for Mordor, I think is what it was called, the first one. And it's a fantastic game. Like it's I know you said you don't like swinging your sword, but this play, you know how the Arkham battle system is where you can like take on multiple enemies at once and parry and
it's comboed system, so like XXAB does certain things, and then you play as like this ranger who has this death ability where your shadow can like go up and you can just murder people from behind.
And heads are lopping off. Like this game pulls no punches. It is super brutal.
And the main enemies have so much character built into them, like because this nemesis system is the feature of it. When they kick your ass, they mock you about it. They get promoted within their ranking system. And then or if you kill like the main guy but you don't take the base, then the next highest, I think that's how it works. It's been a while since I played it, but like the next highest dude succumbs and becomes the new head honcho, and it's pretty funny. That like they have all the orcs kind of have attitude towards you, and it's really good.
Interesting. Yeah, I mean, I'm down to try those stuff. Is that on the cloud too? So can I just what is it called?
That one's not. Shadow of War is not on cloud. It's and honestly, Shadow of War is the sequel. You can usually find the first game for about $5. It seems like it's always on sale. Is what it seems like. So, if you want to play through the first one first.
So Shadow of War does say it's cloud gaming enabled.
Oh, interesting. On looking at it on my Xbox, it doesn't have the cloud.
Oh, no cloud icon. Do you own it?
But I do.
That might be why.
Okay.
And then
I own the disc, which is like I have the disc of it. So, but
well, your Xbox thinks you own the game, so having to play the cloud, I don't know how that all works. It's kind of
so there you go. Like I said, it just doesn't show up for me. That's all. That's why I didn't think so. But they are a fantastic series, like very, very well done and fast paced. Like you can kind of like you choose how you want to play it. If you want to sneak around and play like Splinter Cell, where you're in or Assassin's Creed, you can play it that way. If you just want to murder everything and take on massive hordes of enemies, you can play it that way. It's really, really up to you. But you switch between like this almost like a ring wraith kind of, where you're kind of invisible, like Ring of Power kind of stuff, and then you can like teleport behind somebody and then like slit their throat and then teleport behind somebody else and then roll and hit them with your sword.
You can
and
chain
like,
stuff together. It can be pretty cool.
That might. Yeah, I was actually playing Ninja Game, the third one. I never played that one back in the day.
That's the
From
worst
the collection.
one.
Yeah, but I like how you
Yeah.
could change from. It's definitely not the best at all.
Yeah.
But yeah, the way you jump from attack to attack. It was. I'm having fun with stuff.
Yeah.
I find stuff sometimes, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I think a lot of it is like, like as Dust Falls, the new one that just came out, right? A lot of the stuff, sometimes I play without headphones too, because I'm just like, I got the kids running around. The other day, he was like, achoo, achoo, achoo. And I'm like, I took off the headphone. I'm like, hey, what are you doing? And I go in the kitchen. He's surrounded by pepper. So, so it's like sometimes I just can't play with headphones on. So it's like it's one of those situations where as Dust Falls, I have to try that like when my family's on vacation.
Yeah, there you go. I got you.
And stuff like that.
Well, how about Hellblade? Have you done Hellblade?
Hellblade, yeah. Hellblade,
Okay.
yeah.
What are you doing? Go that way. Use the ladder.
Wait, when does that is that one coming out early next year? The sequel?
I think that's the. I don't know if it has an exact date. Let me pull it up real quick. I don't know if there's a.
I don't trust any release date right now.
Yeah, I don't
because I haven't played Hellblade, and so I do want to sit down. That's like a pretty straightforward, like linear 15-hour experience, right?
Yeah, it's gorgeous though. That the atmosphere is great.
Mm-hmm.
And remember, like in was that close to the end of Halo when you hear the Cortana whispers? That's what reminded me of in Halo. I was like, ooh, get the hell out of my ear.
Yeah, I mean, there's warnings in that game before you boot it up. That's like deals with psychedelic kind of tropes.
Yeah, it's a trip.
It's a good game though.
It's a trip.
One that is on cloud. Let me see if I can pull up the description.
It doesn't have to be on cloud. I was just asking if that one's on cloud so I could just play it right now just to know. So it goes into my history. So
this is called Rift Breaker, and it's a base building survival game with action RPG elements. It says you are an elite scientist commando inside an advanced mecha suit capable of dimensional rift travel, hack and slash countless enemies, build up your base, and collect samples and research new inventions to survive. So it has those like tower defense elements.
Mm-hmm.
And then where you start trying to wipe out wave after wave, but then you're also still running around in your mech, kind of like almost like Diablo style.
Okay.
It's not one that I've spent a ton of time with, but seeing early trailers and stuff, I'm like, yo, this game actually looks pretty solid. And it is
advertised on the.
It was one of those games that was like kind of a smaller indie title that like they scooped up almost immediately, probably to just help with their funding and everything. And so it's one that I want to spend more time with. I can tell you that much. So that one's called Rift Breaker. So kind of a smaller.
Familiar.
I don't think I'm assuming it's not going to be a super long game to like play all the way through. Worth checking out. I have not played Serious Sam, but it looks kind of like Doom.
I downloaded that. I started playing that a little bit.
And what were your thoughts?
It was cool. It feels a little dated. Okay. I don't. You know what I mean? Like,
I get it. Yeah,
it's cool though. I mean, it's pretty violent and stuff like that. It was pretty cool. I have it. It's downloaded still. I haven't got that frustrated.
Did you play Second Extinction back when it came out?
Yeah. That was dinosaur-y. It was very
Turok-esque.
Yeah, but it was kind of. It might be better now. I haven't tried it in a while.
Yeah, because it wasn't like in a beta for a while when it dropped.
I think it's still game preview, whatever that Grounded was in for forever. Now it's in September. I think it's there was something else I just tried too that I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. Oh, I tried Prey. I know that's old, but that kind of reminds me of Half-Life.
Yep.
But and I never played that before, so I was like, this is kind of cool. But then it's like, oh, now you start picking up soda cans. I'm like, oh my god, now I have to search all this stuff. I'm gonna try it still.
I see. I remember playing the first Prey on the 360, and that was one of the first and only games that's ever made me motion sick, because you would literally run up walls and then be upside down, and I was like, "Whoa!"
Yeah, I
the
remember
same one?
those pathways. Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't think I finished that game, but
I did. I enjoyed it, and I was trying to 1,000 it out. I think I don't know if I did the 1,000 gamer score, and I don't remember, but
I got Power Wash Simulator. Now that's
your jam.
fun.
That, and I see Lawnmower. And
Lawnmower is a lot of fun.
then Tunic is one we also talked about.
Yeah, played Tunic a little bit. I mean, there's a lot of fun stuff. It's just, you know what it is? It's fun, but it's keeping me. Like the last game that kept me like, I want to do this was Psychonauts.
Yeah,
I like that. I mean, that was because it's just like a bunch of stuff I'd never seen before. I was like, what is going on? And
that's the kind of game that we don't see that often anymore, with like the action 3D platforming.
imagination.
shots fired.
You know, I mean that was, and then they're coming out with the physical too, which it'd be cool if I had a Series X, but
One day, with Verizon, you
Yeah.
too can get your Series X for the price, and then you're sucked into Game Pass for 2 years. So you
Yeah.
better find stuff you like at that
gotta go
point.
buy $1,000 phone with Verizon, and then I'll be good.
There you go. You're just
Thousand.
set.
Sniper Elite 5 was pretty good. I
Okay.
got into that too.
See, you've played way more games on Game Pass than I've played. Like,
Yeah,
way more. I see the game stop playing, so we'll just kill it. But yeah,
I'll have
like
to finish Shredder's Revenge.
that's a great idea. Yeah, what are you guys doing right after this? I did buy Shredder's Revenge for my nephews, so they were stoked on that. They got there's 6 of them with their dad, so they're all playing together and loving it.
that's awesome. Cowabunga
Yeah.
Collection. You guys have that ordered, right?
Yep.
Oh yeah, I got the special edition coming from Target, I believe.
I say I got my updated email from Best Buy with the release date update.
And
I should cancel.
You should cancel?
I should cancel my Amazon one because every time it feels like every week I get it.
It'll get here late.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
definitely.
and
Amazon never delivers on time when it comes to pre-orders.
especially when you don't have Prime.
Oh yeah, you go to the bottom of the list. They see it coming down the conveyor belt, and they go kick it all the way back or lose it
this
somewhere. He's not giving Bezos his $135 a year or whatever.
Nate, being as a fan of zombies, have you done the State of Decay?
I think I tried that.
Okay.
They have 1 and 2, right?
That's
Yeah.
a little slower pace, though, isn't it?
I believe
It's like
it
base.
is.
It's
think
base
that's what
building and
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
yeah.
I was gonna say it's a lot of crafting and building and stuff like that.
What about Sunset Overdrive?
I have
That's
that.
a good one.
I was actually playing that. That was a couple weeks ago, and I really got into it, and all the rails and stuff. I was like,
yeah.
I'm like, what am I
That's
playing?
a
Sonic here?
classic Insomniac game.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
that locomotion
liked
is
it.
what drove them to be such pioneers when it came to the swing mechanics in Spider-Man. It's their locomotion engine.
Yeah, it was great. I mean, that was fun.
If you've been on Xbox long enough, you should own that game outright from Games with Gold, because I know that's been on there, but it's also on Game Pass, I think, too.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Well, actually, no, my thing says Gold, not Game Pass.
Hmm.
But I mean, maybe
it's
it
on
would.
Game
It is
Pass.
it's on Game Pass.
Okay,
You have it from Gold, probably.
gotcha.
That's where I downloaded it from.
Gotcha. Well, you definitely would love Quantum Break, so make sure to play that.
all 150 gigs of it or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh,
Can you
boy.
download that without the show? Are you able to play? Is that game playable at all without? Can you skip the show?
It wants
I've
me
never
to.
I've never
it
played
wants
it.
me to install 83 gigs. That's
Yeah, I
all
was
I
just
know.
saying. And then I think it asks you install more after the fact because
Yeah, up to
That's probably
102
just-
gigs.
yeah, because there's the full episodic show after each chapter that you have to. It's like a half-hour show to watch.
I liked that game.
I tried to not accidentally hit A right there. Like, don't do it. Don't do it. I enjoyed what I played too.
I guess I have
when
the space
played
for that.
Fallen.
That's a 360 or an Xbox One game, so I don't need it on the SSD. I could install that, I guess, and put it on the external.
For sure. Yeah. Well, there you go. I think we may have found one game for Nate out of hundreds. No, I think
Yeah, we
there's
just took your Game Pass Netflix style scrolling and just put it into a podcast form. So there you go.
Yeah.
Exactly. You're like,
But
so
I think
out
we found a few.
of
I think we
everything,
did find a
Peggle
few
2.
games, right? Are you gonna
No,
try
definitely back to
Neon Abyss or
Yeah,
whatever?
Neon
I think that
Abyss.
one looks
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna try that.
If you haven't played the
And then I'm
Shadow
gonna
War
try,
games, I think those are worth playing.
Rift Breaker. There's
I
a
know
couple.
Yeah.
Slay the Spire is very popular, but I don't know if it's your jam.
It's a card game.
Yeah, it's very
to read.
popular though.
That's what killed Back for Blood for me too. I just wasn't into the cards.
I mean,
Just card
I-
mechanics.
I'll play whatever Turbo Golf Racing with you here next week. I'm intrigued by that. I've
Yeah,
seen
fun.
the demo or the just the trailers for it, and it looks fun.
I was in a beta, like, what was it, earlier in the year? They had that.
There- There was something on
beta.
Steam. I
It
think
was
I had
good, it was
downloaded that yeah.
All right. Well, that's going to do it for this episode. Thank you guys so much for hanging with us. We do appreciate it. And we will see you all in the next one. Bye now.